I quit my job, and what happened next will shock you. Actually, it probably won't shock you, but yeah, it's what this video is about. Hey guys, my name is Lachie, and every 4 years I do a weekly vlog. Yeah. You know, facing your fears can be tough, and in life I've got two massive fears. Number one, getting swooped by a magpie on my bike. Number two, fear of not having enough money, or at least thinking I don't have enough. You know, it's funny that I have that second fear because recently I quit my job. I can't afford clothes. I quit my job. I quit my job. I quit. Look, long story short, I had a creative job with a big company. It seems like a dream on the surface of it. I mean, we give you the wage, you give us the creativity, you get the financial safety in the form of a paycheck, and you get to be creative as well. It seems like a win-win. Win, 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 win. Win. But the problem with trying to do creativity a la corporation is that you end up compromising, like, a lot. Winslow, creativity should be up 15% by August. You know, really compromising on your own way or your best work, that what was supposed to be creative ends up feeling like you're in a creative prison. You know, 5 years of working this job, I realized that the creativity that really puts a fire in my belly means doing it on my own terms. That doesn't mean working by myself, because working with other people can be fantastic, but really just having a little bit more input and a little bit more vibrancy behind your own work. I mean, it felt like I was a bridled draft horse, just tied up to a plough and sent to the fields all day to just plough for the crops, when really I wanted to be a free Brumby, just roaming the fields of creativity. Look, I realize this can be hard to explain, so let me use an analogy, right? So, imagine you're a shit-hot race car driver, and you've come up through the ranks, you know, paying your own way. You've been a champion go-kart driver, and then a champion bigger go-kart driver, and then you moved on to Formula Fords and bigger Formula Fords. Look, I don't really know the progression of race car driving, but my point is, you're a shit-hot driver, and you get the opportunity to drive a Formula One car. A paid gig this is going to be awesome. Anyway, so you rock up at your first day, and basically there's the team manager who said, "Hey man," because he's American, "Hey man, stoked to have you here. Excuse my accent, I'm from Saskatchewan," which may be in the US. I said I was the US, but I could be Canadian. Also, probably stuffed up the place name, because I think it's Saskatchewan. I don't know where I live or where I'm from, but my point is, I'm from the North American continent, and I'm your manager, and we're stoked to have you here. And you're like so excited, you're like, "Yeah man, I'm thrilled to be here, this is awesome." And he's like, "Okay, well, why don't we have a look at the brand new car?" And he rips off the sheet and says, "There it is, what do you think?" His accent goes in and out. "There it is, what do you think?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." But you do notice one tiny problem. The car only has 3 wheels. And, you know, you don't want to be a stickler or a downer, but you sort of make mention of this fact to the manager, say, "Oh, it's only got 3 wheels." But he gets a bit stern, and he basically says, "Look, you've just got to push through. And you know what? If you can't make it work in this car, then you just need to work harder. You need to work harder." So anyway, you drive the Formula One car for about 5 years, and look, what was initially a dream actually becomes and eventually you just decide you're better off going back to, I suppose, driving 4-wheeled cars even if they are like a shitty little Fiat Punto that's rusted out, that's what's going to ultimately bring you joy. So what I'm trying to say is, been driving a 3-wheeled Formula 1 car and now I'm buying a Fiat Punto. It's broken down. So I quit my draining AF job basically to let my soul, my body, my brain, my psyche all recover in the hopes that perhaps I would start feeling creative again. But there was just one problem with this plan, and that comes back to the fear of money. If I can just learn how to count cards, my money problems will be solved. And that's the thing. You can't just quit your job. Like, what are you going to do for money? You've got to do something. You can't just sit around and... Exactly. So I came up with a new plan, one that would give me just a little financial safety blanket, just a little financial safety blanket to, I guess, pull up so I felt a bit secure. And that was, I was going to go back to university to study a business degree. What? So basically in Australia, going to uni would mean that I would get a government student payment. It's not much, but at the same time, it was probably going to be enough to make me feel at least a little bit secure. Look, I found a gold coin amongst my silver. I'm rich! I'm rich! I'd move back in with my parents, essentially lower my overheads, but it would be all good. The only problem was that I'd be doing a business degree at uni. Like, it's a given in our society that you have to be doing something, anything, preferably something you hate, as long as it pays the bills. Everybody was going to fight it. Ha! Hoo ha! So, I was going to spend the next 2 years of my life studying human resources and financial management, and I didn't really look at the course requirements closely. But anyway, I was going to be doing these dry sort of things and just hoping that that creative stuff that I'm passionate about would come back to me. Also, I was hoping that I'd learn to use quotation marks. To be honest, I doubt that the creativity would have come back to me if I was sitting there doing full-time uni. Because let's be honest, full-time uni is full-time. It's full-time. It takes up your time. So I was doing a job that was draining the life out of me. I didn't enjoy, I didn't like. It wasn't the path that I wanted my life to be on. And I ejected from that because I felt like I needed to eject from it. And I got on another path that was really just controlled by my bullshit fear of not having enough money. This could have been a horrible story with a terrible ending, but something happened 1 month into the uni degree return that basically changed the course of my life. Or at least a few weeks. I don't know, time will tell. No! Oh, fuck. Autofocus, Jesus. So I'd done 1 month of uni, it was going fine until after the first month I got sick as a dog. I had like hectic gut pain, fevers, diarrhea or constipation depending on the day. It was like, well, hectic. I lost 20 kilograms in the first month of being sick. It was full on. But I didn't want it to ruin my safe plan of returning to uni and, you know, getting the government student payment. So basically I tried to plow on, but after 1 month, I'd already missed a heap. And then the sickness continued into a second full month. In total, over this period, I lost 26 kilograms. That's 57 pounds for those of you playing at home. Perhaps your Formula 1 race car manager wants the measurements in 57 pounds. It was a shitload and I was sick as fuck and I would have to withdraw from uni. It was as if the universe was telling me that uni wasn't the thing for me. Like it grabbed me and said, if I see your face around here again, I'll kill you. You're dead. You're dead. Anyway, this sequence of quitting my job, going back to uni, then essentially getting sick as a dog, this sequence of events has led us to pretty much now, right, sort of now, this moment in time, while you're watching this very video. Technology, eh? And it means that I have no job, no income, there's no government support payment. Look, the fear of not having enough money is pretty friggin' high right now. But something else has happened in my life concurrently to all this. Enter the sugar mama! Someone who has been a huge factor in all of this for me is my amazing partner, who I met a couple of years ago. She's been my rock through all of this. In fact, she encouraged me to quit the draining job when no one else, but perhaps myself, thought that that was a good idea. And not only that, once this uni plan has gone up the shit, she has turned the supportiveness up to 11,000. It's high. It's a high supportiveness level. Basically, we've now come to a point where she has agreed to be an awesome team and support the both of us. When I say awesome team, an awesome team for me, it's a terrible deal for her. But yeah, basically, she's going to work the stable job, and I'm also going to work out the fuck what I'm doing. Like, honestly, it's hard to put into words how amazing it is to have someone who backs you to actually become the person that you really want to be, not what society or your brain sometimes tells you that it thinks you should be, or, you know, what our Neanderthal brain tells us about being safe. Ew. Oh, look, a car's coming and you're standing in the middle of the road. Oh, pussy. Jeez. Just get hit. Just get hit. So this has all led to this point right now, this video that you're watching, and it's going to mean that I'll be doing more vlogs, creative stuff, writing, even though writing's really hard. I'll try to do some writing. Basically, the stuff that really puts a fire inside me, sets the joy off inside me, and the parts of myself that I really want to share. And I hope that as I do all this, the creativity inside me that's always been there, that dead kid will come back to life, and I'll have a zombie kid inside me, and you'll see my zombie creativity. This is like a static jazz hands. I guess the question is, am I still worried about not having enough money? And the answer is no. But it doesn't matter, because I'm feeling the happiest I have felt in a long time. Now I'm happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. It feels amazing to really be taking a chance on myself. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. And to be backed by someone so amazing, I say feel the fear and do it anyway. If you've got a fear that perhaps holds some control over you, or you felt has been holding you back, or perhaps you've overcome a fear, would love to have you share that in the comments below. Also, if you want to, you can like the video, you can also dislike it, because I'm not your mum, and you could subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share it with your friends, show your mum maybe, I don't know. Maybe show someone who wants to quit their job so they can end up like me. Yeah. Also, if you are thinking about what you want to do with your life, how to pursue your creative passion, I think it's very important to have the right people around you. I watched an awesome TED Talk about this recently, and I've put that in the description below. It's by a much more intelligent guy than me. His name is Adam Smiley Poswolski. And yeah, you can check that out by clicking below. As long as I don't scarily get a real job in the next week or so, shit my pants and run off to the job agency, I'll be back very soon with another video. Until then, bye! If I see your face around here, around these parts again, you're dead. You're dead. Everybody wants kung fu fighting. I'm happy, I'm feeling glad, I got sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. Future's coming on. Also, I'm poor though.